We are back in Showka. Been about a week since I was here, but I did not get quite the footage I wanted, and I did not get to hike the trail properly. I have since downloaded a new app called All Trails. Seems to be much better. Has offline GPS plotting, downloadable topographical satellite, and I don't know, there's like 8 or 10 different maps you can download. And I am on the trail. You can see runs along here along the side of the mountain over in the distance. You can see parking back over this way. Walk around, come up, walk up the first flight of steps, and then you can catch the trail, come up the side of the mountain here a little bit. So it's a beautiful view, beautiful day, and hope you enjoy the hike. We are exploring and going to talk about the Insta360 One X2 that I bought. I had the Insta360 One X, but I think I like the new one better, especially the microphones on it. It has 4 microphones, and I think it does a lot better job of recording audio than previously. So anyway, enjoy. You can see some beautiful scenery, and we're going to be talking about the camera a little bit. Also some tips about hiking and exploring here in the UAE, and you can expect some links to a couple of different places that you can find maps and hiking guides in the UAE in the comments or the description. And maybe this will be helpful for you. So I hope you enjoy it. Take care, and let's go. Let's see what we can find. You will definitely not find a more peaceful and enjoyable place to hike, I don't think, than around here. So many options, and bike trails, things like that. Also, over here, if you went that way a little bit more, there's a camp set up, but you can drive the Wadi through here that way, and you will connect all the way to another highway if you follow it and to its end. And it's all drivable. I think probably all of it in a sedan car. Might be a little bumpy a few times, but it's a well-taken, well-traveled road, and along the way, many options to stop and hike. You can see somebody down here coming along now. There's some farmers that live up in here, various places, and it's just a good time. As you come through this pass, you will see Malia off to the right. It would also be the next exit. It's a great place for camping, some hiking. Also, you can stop into the Archaeological Center in Malia. They have information dating back to the Paleolithic period. It's very informative and a lot of fun for everybody. Here we're entering Showka. If you went straight, you would connect to the trail and the dam, which you'll see on the map coming up. But if you make the right here, it takes you to a very nice little drive through the mountains, down into the Wadi and to the Showka pools if you want to go hiking down into a actual Wadi that has water in it. On the map here you can see the first circle down in the bottom left is that turn we just made. If you went straight 0.9 kilometers, just under 1 kilometer, you take that turn, that'll take you to the hiking area that you will see later. This is the beginning of the gravel road. It's suitable for a sedan or four-wheel drive. Further on down the road, you will have a little bit more rougher road. Almost all of it can be done without a four-wheel drive. It's a beautiful drive, and you will take you through the mountains. This was all shot with the Insta360 One X2 on the invisible selfie stick. I just held it out the window. You can see it captured very nice footage. One thing I did notice was I was using the lens protector, and it causes some ghosting when you have solid color areas or like the sky. You can see it here. I have since removed it. The recordings are crystal clear, so I am not going to be using the plastic lens protector that they offer. I don't think it's a good option. Even though the camera is filming in 360, to get the best footage, try to make sure your lenses are aimed in the direction that you intend to show in your final video. Otherwise, like in this video, you're going to see a little bit of visual rippling occasionally, especially if you're moving a lot. I think it does a lot better job when you're standing still, but it did a pretty good job even though I was driving. Just a couple of general comments about the camera. Battery life, very, very good. With the new battery and camera, I have been able to go out hiking or using the camera almost all day long off and on, and I have never run the battery down. The new plastic lens protector is very nice as well. Very easy to get it on and off, and microphones on the new one are very good. There's 4 separate microphones, and it seems to do a very good job. I'm going to put my export settings up on the screen for you because at first I was not happy with the video that was exported, but with these settings I find that the video quality is very good. I'm very happy with it. Just up ahead at the base of the mountain is the dam. You can come in from this side or the other side. This is the actual dam, and you can see the hiking trail off to the right there and the staircase going all the way up to the top. It's a very nice view from the top at sunset. It's when I would recommend doing it. So if you take these steps up, the very first flight up will take you to the trail that you could see that leads off onto the mountain. It's about 10 kilometers and it's pretty steep at times. Again, I highly recommend using All Trails. Very, very good app. You can download the trail on there and it will tell you exactly where you are and if you need to take a shortcut or something. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to catch up back on the trail. I went in a different direction, following, there's a couple different paths, so I believe going back up this way will put me back on the trail that I want to be on. So let's see where we go. Okay, last one was incorrect, and I probably should have known it because the trail I'm looking for is supposed to be rated easy. That was not easy. I went up till it dead ended, and it was pretty, but not the correct trail to connect back to the main trail. So here we go. I believe this will be it. This looks correct and matches up better, I think, to the map. But sometimes when you're out here, everything looks the same, so it's hard sometimes to know. And the map I have is not GPS, it's just an overlay, and a lot of the ravines and things look similar. So while I'm at it, I will mention a couple of things. If you notice, a lot of the rock is very loose. There's loose rock everywhere, and normally you can get up these things relatively easy. Even things that seem very easy to go up can be very difficult to go down, so definitely be careful. Also, I've only seen one other person out here since I've been out here, and when you go back into these hills, if you twist your ankle or something, there's nobody to help. You may be out here for hours or even a couple of days, who knows. So be very careful when you're walking, and make sure you bring plenty of water and some sunscreen, because there's not a lot of shade usually during the day. Later in the evening it gets much nicer. You can see a lot of shadows now starting to form, and it's about almost 4, sunset's 5:30, and this is the best time to be out here. It's beautiful. So anyway, here we go. Here I'm simulating the drone shot with the camera. I have the 10-foot selfie stick, so you can start it off at the ground, swing it up, and then you can walk along with it. So in this case, I'm holding it up above me, so it's probably 16, 17 feet up in the air as I walk along this ridge line. Here's one more example of a simulated drone shot using the 10-foot selfie stick. You can see I just swing it up, over, and then you can walk along or you could even run with it. And it gives you that higher perspective because the selfie stick is so long. Well, I'm almost at the top. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it or not. It's almost sunset. I'm a little bit worried about going back down the steps in the dark, but we'll see. But I wanted to test out the picture-in-picture one more time up here. You can see the sunset almost, and it's very hazy. Clouds are clearing out. We ended up with no rain anywhere. You can see off over here, that's the Wadi that I walked, and then I walked back that way a few kilometers, and had I found the trail, it ran along the base of this and around back into the mountains, and there's the rest of the trail. There are the steps going up. It goes up, and then jogs up to here. I think that's one of the overlooks there. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed this. Okay, here's my tip on the Multiview, something that I searched for because I wasn't getting the results out of it that I wanted. I wanted to be able to control the larger view, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So what I did was I figured out that you need to go ahead and keyframe your entire video first, or at least that's how I'm doing it. So using the keyframing, the little plus at the bottom, I select the view all the way through. You can see one of the keyframes just to the left of the little plus sign. Then I go, after that is done, I'll let it create the multi-view using its own AI function. Then I go back and I play it again and I watch, and if the picture-in-picture, which you cannot control where it's going to be, it's always going to be in the upper right, it hides something that I want to see, I will reposition the keyframe and then update it using the update keyframe. You can also select your view when you're doing keyframing, so you can do wide, narrow, ultra wide, tiny planet, etc. So I hope this helps. It made it much better for me, and it's something that I couldn't find anywhere. I'm going to do another video on this, a separate small video for people that are searching for this specifically, but I thought it was very useful. Overall, I love this camera. It's, I think, going to be a big part of what we're doing as I get better and better with it and learn how to use it to its maximum advantage. I think it will be an integral part of what we are doing. The microphone, the audio is very good on it. Picture quality, I think, is good enough. You can export it 16:9 at 1080p. That's plenty good, I think, for now. It would be nice if they would have upgraded it, but they didn't. So we'll work with what we've got. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this slightly rambling video, and take care. We'll see you in the next one.